welcome back to 52 Weeks of Beauty. Today's video is going to be frequently asked questions about tape and hair extensions. I'm going to do this in two parts. The first will just be about the tape, and the second will just be all the other questions that I have seen along the way. I started doing tape and hair extension videos about 3 months ago. There's about 4 of them now. And sometimes in the comment section, I'll get a question that I do eventually answer in another video, but maybe that person hasn't had a chance to check out all of them yet. So I wanted to have a place where you guys can access all of the information. Yes, it'll be 2 videos, but hopefully I'll cover everything that, has been brought up along the way, so far at this point anyway. And also I wanted to mention that I do always put so much information in the description box below the videos. And I know not everybody can access that from their phones. Some people will just write me quick questions like, sorry, I am not by a desktop computer and I can't see all the things you put. I just have this one quick question. And that's totally fine. You guys can ask me questions nonstop. Like, I will never get sick of hearing from you guys. So I don't care if I have to answer the same question like a bazillion times. I'm here to help. I want to answer all your questions. I want you guys to love tape and extensions as much as I do. And anything I can do to help, 100% ask me. I'm there. It's fine. But for those of you who kind of just want to know everything right away and all in one place, that's what we're doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the tape part of the tape and hair extensions, because that is a big part of, obviously it is like the essential, whatever, you get it. I made a list of all the questions that I had in the beginning, other questions you guys have asked too, and we're gonna do the tape part now. So the first question is, what kind of tape do you use? And I use tape that is, let's see, it looks like this. There's different sizes, but it's the red and silver label, and it's just, this is a very tricky tape just because it's hard to see like who makes this tape. There's no UPC codes, there's no manufacturer information on here, like nothing. There's no like www.blah or a phone number or even a name would help, nothing. So the only thing that's on here is it says no shine. So I guess that is technically the brand. So after talking to the manufacturer, there are a few different brands that they make. The manufacturer is Walker Tape Company. And they do, the other thing that's really tricky with this tape is they don't put the actual size anywhere on it. So, what? I just don't understand. I don't know why. Unless you're walking into the store with a tape measure. Yes, you can eye it and be like, that probably looks like that would work, but don't you want to know exactly what width? The only one that really does say is the one that has the 1/4 inch size on it. So anyway, it's a little tricky, right, to figure that out. But I do like the tape by Walker Tape Company, the No Shine brand. They have rolls, they also have pieces, and they also have tabs. Okay, so the tape is clear. That is another question that I get, is what color is the tape? It's definitely clear. Let me show you what it looks like. So after you peel the white backing off, it's sticky on both sides and it's very stretchy, and I love that. So it's very flexible in your hair. It moves with you, and I think that's great. And actually the other thing I love about it is it comes out like this. So when you remove your extensions, the whole piece comes out of your hair and it comes off of your weft in one piece, and you just throw it away and then you start over. And I think that is just a wonderful quality to this tape. And okay, another question I get is, have you tried other tapes? No, I have not tried other tapes. I've tried, different sizes, but I haven't tried different brands. And the reason is because I like this one. It works really well for me, and I haven't found a need to try anything else. I have heard other girls try other brands and they have some bad experiences. They've had some bad experiences with them. I'm not going to mention what those brands were, just because those brands might actually work for you and maybe they just didn't work for them, and I haven't tried them myself, so it wouldn't really be fair for me to say like, this girl didn't like this tape, because I honestly haven't tried it myself, so I don't know. I am very open to trying other tapes. So if you guys have a tape that you would recommend that lasts 4 to 6 weeks, that the removal process is nice, that the piece comes off all in one piece and there's no little pieces left in your hair, I think I would be open to that. Another reason I haven't even tried the other brands that the company makes is because they made this chart. They sent it to me in the mail, and it talks about the application, the cleanup, the hold time, and then it gives it a ranking. Well, No Shine ranks highest. And the other ones, again, these might be great and they might work better for other people. You know, certain hair types probably respond better to different tapes. That's probably why they have different kinds. But the point system is like 0.2 different. I mean, it's nothing much. But here, I'll just show you. So they put the no shine at the top, and it, you know, like I said, gets the highest rating. I like it. That's the first one I've tried, and yeah. So no, I haven't tried anything yet, but I'm open to it. Okay, how much is the tape? The tape is anywhere from like $7 to $15, depends on where you get it, if that includes shipping or not. Sometimes obviously shipping's more, and also it depends on what size you're getting. So if you're getting the 1/4 inch, this one actually comes 2 rolls next to each other, and this is 6 yards long. All of the other rolls are 3 yards. So of course the 6 yards is double the length. You're going to be paying a little bit more for that. And that makes sense. Okay. Another question is, how much tape do you need for one install? And I would say if you just have a normal pack of hair, whether it's 1 pack of weft hair or 1 pack of hand-tied hair or 1 pack of clip-in extensions, maybe like an 8 to 10 piece set, like a full head set, 1 roll should pretty much do you. You could always get a second roll if you're worried at all, or I don't know, if you just maybe want extra hair, you know, and you're thinking you're going to use a pack and a half of extensions or anything like that, then definitely you're probably going to want to, you know, have another roll on hand so that you won't have to just wait to order more. Okay, the next question, where do you buy the tape? So you can buy the tape on eBay, you can buy the tape on Amazon, you can buy the tape probably just online websites that have anything to do with hair extensions. A lot of those places sell beauty supplies too. You could also go to your local beauty supply store. I know Sally's does not carry this brand. So any of the other wig shops and beauty supply stores that you might see or have around you, if they don't particularly have this, and again, it's tricky. You're going to go in and they're going to be like, what do you want? And you're like, like there's no, you know, like I said, UPC code and all of this. So I don't even know how stores are going to scan it in their system. But anyway, the store I originally found this at did have it, and they didn't have a UPC. They just put a price sticker on it. So, but let's say you go to a beauty supply store and you ask for this, which you would say, I would like the Walker No Shine tape in whatever size, like the 1/2 inch, the 3/4 inch, the 3/8 of an inch, the 1/4 inch, you know, any of those things. And if they don't have it, they probably can contact the Walker company and special order it for you. And that would be nice if they think you're going to be a repeat customer, and you might be, and maybe you're going to buy some for your friends and bring them in too, and you're going to create business for this beauty supply store. They might actually special order it for you, and that's nice for you because you won't be paying the shipping every time you order it. So anyway, that's just a thought. If you are not living in the United States, I'd recommend to buy it on Amazon because they do ship internationally. eBay sellers might also ship internationally, but I don't know that for sure. So Amazon or international, eBay local, like United States, and beauty supply stores worth a shot in your area. Okay, I think we got that one. Okay, another question is, when I did my video, I basically put the double-sided tape. So this is double-sided tape, usually meant for toupees, for wigs, you know, anything like that. You know, this part is sticky and then the back comes off, so it's double-sided. When I put that on both sides of the weft, so I put a double-sided piece on one side, I flip the weft over, I put a double-sided piece on the other side. We'll go more into detail about that in the next video. And then I put the weft right at my hairline, somewhat touching my scalp, I guess, and the hair underneath. And then I drop all the hair above it and I let it rest over top of that next sticky part. And questions are, what happens with that sticky part on top? Oh my gosh, what happens? Okay, so here's what happens. So when I drop the hair down over the weft of where the sticky part is, here's what I want to try to say, if I can get it out clearly enough, is one little strand of hair is gonna cover one little part of tape. There's not going to be multiple strands in that same part of the tape that are going to adhere to it. So just imagine just a faint line of your natural hair on the top when you put it over is going to adhere to that tape. It's not like hair right there is going to adhere and then you're going to have a piece of hair that's like touching down here and it's like, oh, it's stuck. It's not going to do that. So once that little fine line of hair right above the tape where you pull it all down, then the rest is all loose. Like you could play with it, you could do whatever with it. It could be, you know, whatever. It's very, it doesn't stick to that. So that's why I like this tape so much, is because in this way of doing it, I guess, is because your actual hair is over the top. But when your natural hair is sticking over that sticky residue, nothing's showing. So anyway, keeps it in place. I like it. It works great. Those little fine hairs that go over the top of the sticky part aren't going anywhere for 4 to 6 weeks. They're staying with that tape. They're not moving. Yeah. Okay. Another question. Do I have to use weft hair? Can I just take a bulk amount of hair and just take the loose strands and lay them on the tape and do it that way? Okay, the answer is yes. But should you? No. And the reason is because, like I said, that one little hair hits that tape, that's it. So when you do this, the amount of hair that you're going to have isn't very much. I mean, it's only what's going to fit on that stickiness, and that's it. And I had a girl say that she did it that way, but the 4 to 6 week mark, like half of it had fallen out. And then guess what? Their hair is gone forever. Like, you can't reuse that. So, I mean, you could reuse what's left, that half amount, but why? I mean, hair is so expensive, and you want to be able to reuse this as often as possible. And I just think that, you know, if you have loose hair and you want to turn it into a weft, there are YouTube videos out there how to make your own hand-tied wefts, I think probably how to make machine wefts. If you don't know how to do it, maybe you could contact someone on YouTube that actually has done those videos and they could recommend someone for you. Maybe they'll do it for you. Maybe you can look up, you know, go to your beauty supply store, ask them if they know anyone that can do it for you. It's worth it. I mean, instead of just letting that bulk hair just go to waste, you definitely could try to turn it into a weft somehow. So that would be my advice on that. The next question is the hair reusable? And oh my gosh, I just kind of touched on that a little bit. Absolutely yes. If it wasn't, I wouldn't do this. Because like I said, I have my own hair extension brand. You know, you guys know if you watch my videos. And it's Remy. And I love Remy. And that's all I wear. That's just my preference. And Remy hair is expensive. And I wouldn't, even having my own brand and having access to more hair, it's still pricey. I mean, it's not like just because I have a company that I get it for such a good deal. It's like, no, it's still really expensive to buy this hair from the manufacturer. So the hair is so high quality that you definitely don't want to sit there and just be like, you know, wasting it away, or I'm going to do tape-in for 6 weeks and throw the hair away and get some more hair. No, you definitely can reuse the hair. So basically, here's a rundown of how you're going to do that. And we'll go a little bit more into removing the removal process in the next video. But so what you're going to do is you're going to take the, you know, when you use the remover solution that I recommend, the hair comes out with the tape on it. Sometimes the tape will be left in your hair, but it just literally, it stretches right out. It's like, bing, you know, and it just like comes right out in one big piece. You throw that little loose piece of tape away. If it's on your weft, when you take your, you know, extensions out, you just peel it right off, you throw it away. You're gonna have a little bit of residue left on the weft. The actual remover that you use to get it out of your hair, you're gonna use a little bit more on the weft, some shampoo, some conditioner, right in the sink. I don't wash all the extensions again because you're washing the extensions every time you shower. So you don't really need to like go all crazy with that. I just wash the weft part. Shampoo, condition, may have to do it a couple times. If I need a little baking soda, sometimes I like doing that because it just clarifies it a little bit more. And then I will dry it, and as soon as it's 100% dry, then you can go ahead and you can start the whole process over. And like I said, we'll get to that part in the next video about how to make them and how to do all that. And you know, I obviously won't do an entire video, I'll just quickly talk through it. Okay, another question I get is, can I flat iron near the tape? Okay, and the reason, I mean, I don't know the real reason everyone's asking this, but I think that what it might be is that, let's say you have really curly hair, like naturally curly hair, and maybe you know, dry your hair daily and you straighten your hair daily, flat iron, all of that stuff. But when you have the tape in, you're like, what do I do in like 3 week mark when this much hair has grown out and it's really kinky curly right there and I'm just dying to straighten it? Like, what do I do? So if that's the reason people are asking this, and I guess it wouldn't really matter what the reason is, because the answer is yes. Okay, so you can use a flat iron on the tape again. I wouldn't recommend it if you don't need to, okay? But realize that your tape is covered by your hair, because we did a sort of sandwich effect when you install it. So you're gonna have tape on the bottom of you're gonna have hair on the bottom of your tape and hair on the top of your tape. So even though you're getting really close and you're like, okay, I wanna get this one little piece, and you're gonna go over that part where the tape is, the hair is kind of still a buffer for it. So concentrate on the kinky curly part, not the tape in. If your flat iron touches the tape in, it's okay. It's gonna be all right. I just wouldn't strongly recommend that you do it for very long or let it touch directly on it. just as little as you can, okay? But I understand it needs to happen if you're gonna try and smooth out that part of your hair. Hope that helps. That's a hard question. Okay, so let's do the last question, and it's what size tape do I wear for what size, you know, weft that I have? Okay, so let's start with the rolls first, and the 1/4 inch size, okay, which is again the 2 little rolls by itself. These are very tiny. You can actually use 2 strips if you want a thicker piece, and you would just peel off both, put them right back to back, and this is nice. The manufacturer even mentioned it too. Like if you're unsure, like you want a tiny piece, but some parts of your head you want a little bit thicker, you might want to get this because you can make thicker pieces too. And I think that's a good tip, and yeah. Okay, so a 1/4 inch is perfect for hand-tied hair. And hand-tied hair, if you don't know what that is, basically tied by hand. It's like loose hairs with a tiny little top to it, but it's secure enough that it counts for like a weft and for something you can use for tape and hair extensions. It's very good for people with fine hair and thin hair and all of that because it's so microfine. You can double it up a little bit. You can do all of that if you want a little bit thicker, but still the actual weft part is so flat. I mean, you're talking like you can't feel anything when you touch your hair. So this is perfect for hand tied because you want to keep your tape bigger than the weft, or at least even with the weft. You don't want weft hanging down below it. So this would be great for hand tied. Okay, moving on to the next size, which is the 3/8 by 3 yards. It's in between the 1/4 inch and the 1/2 inch size, and this is perfect for a single weft or double weft or hand tied. It would be fine for anything like that. The 1/2 inch size, which is a smidgen bigger, is good if you're gonna quadruple up your wefts. So this is fine if you have clip-ins, you're taking the clips off, your wefts from your clip-ins are already sewn together really tightly and there's 2 wefts. That's fine. This is perfect. This will work. Now, if you want to take that clip-in piece and make 2 back to back, and now you really have a quadruple weft, you're probably going to want the 1/2 inch size. Or this would be fine hand-tied, or 1 weft, or 2, or 3, or 4. That's what I would say would be fine with this. But the 3 or 4 would have to be on top of each other, not layered. Okay, hope that makes sense. Okay, then I have the 3/4 inch size, and this is good if you're going to layer your weft. So say you have 1 weft, and then you have another weft, and then another weft. And let me see if I can explain this to you. This is so tricky for me, but okay, you technically could take, let's say you have, you know, 3 big long wefts, and you could be like, okay, I'm just gonna put 1 in, and put another one underneath it, and another one underneath it, and they're all gonna have their individual tape. Yes, you can do that. You could also do it with this one, because you could line up the wefts on all of, you know, on this one piece of tape, and secure it with another piece of tape on the other side. And the thing is, that's nice, is this is gonna be a little bit more affordable. Right? Right, because you're going to be using so much more tape if you're individually doing it. You're going to get the same effect, technically. Anyway, the only reason you'd really want that much hair is if you want that much hair. Like if you're like, I need whoosh volume, you know, then you're going to be wanting to do something like this. Otherwise, you don't need this much tape in your hair at all. I mean, any of these other sizes will still give you a great amount of volume and, you know, thickness and length and all of those wonderful things. This is only like, I don't know, you're gonna do the Victoria's Secret fashion show or something and your hair needs to be like your beautiful angel. I can't think of another reason you would really need this unless, like I said, you are just one of those girls. And I have known a girl like this that she would go and buy clip-in extensions and she would put 4 packs in her hair at once. So not that it looked bad. I mean, that's just what she preferred and she liked it and I get it. Like, but all that hair, especially with tape-in, it's a permanent solution for 4 to 6 weeks. So it's not like clip-ins. She can go home that night and take a few out, or the next day only wear 3 packs. You know, this is like, you're gonna have this for 4 to 6 weeks. So you have got to be prepared for some heavy hair if you're gonna do that. Okay, that's enough. I feel like I'm lecturing. As far as these 2. So this particular one is, there's 36 pieces in a bag. And it's just strips already cut up for you. These are 3 inches long, 1/2 inch wide, and it's just like, it's like the same as the roll except they're cut into strips. There's 36 in a bag. And it's just nice if you want to, you know, kind of, I don't know, lay bricks. That's what I like to call them. Like you want to lay bricks of extensions in your hair and just kind of stagger them and all of that for movability, flexibility, not flexibility. Movability, flowability, flowy hair, whatever. I like mine all in 1 weft because it's easy. These are a little tricky to do yourself, but it's doable. And if you like that, you want to be able to place exactly where you're putting all your extensions, like you want here and then you want one over here. Or maybe you have thicker hair on top and thinner hair on the bottom, or thinner hair on the top and thicker hair on the bottom. Then you might want to be able to control it and see how you feel. Maybe add a few, and then a few days later add a few more. And maybe you want to put like 5 over here and only like 3 back here, you know? So that, it's good for controlling exactly like your thickness and your placement and all of that. And also, like I said, it does a little bit more movability. Okay, the tabs is, you know, when I started this whole journey, it was because I read that magazine where Lauren Conrad said she loves tape and hair extensions, and ta-da, here we are, and I have been obsessed ever since, and we have her to thank for all of this. But these are what I would think that she wears, like almost exactly. So these are tabs, and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on a sheet, and you get like 10 sheets in here. So in the middle is the little, you know, paper separator. It's just one little piece. It's almost 2 inches in length, and it's the 3/8 of an inch size. So this is the size that's in between the 1/4 inch and the 1/2 inch. So I like this for, remember, like one weft, or maybe like hand-tied hair, and yeah. So like one, you know, where it's not double wefted kind of thing, which I guess double wefted would be okay as long as, like I said, it's the thickness of the tape. Okay, so these are great. You would sandwich the hair just like we talked about, the same way I do it in the videos, is, you know, one piece on the one side of the weft, other piece on the other side of the weft. The thing is with this one is even smaller than that. Obviously, this isn't even quite 2 inches. This is 3 inches for the pieces versus the tabs. This is, I recommend someone doing this for you too. So all of these, I mean, yeah, the pieces and the tabs might be a little bit better if someone helped you with them, but I think this is all very easy to do yourself. The only reason you might need someone to help you with these is just for like perfect placement. You know, maybe you just want to like see how it is all looking, and someone else might be able to do that while you're like sitting still better than you can in the mirror and looking up and holding up your hair and clips and all this stuff. Wefts on one piece, super easy. You can do yourself, no problem. And honestly, these are easy enough. You can do yourself too. I was just saying, if you wanted to be like perfect, you might need help there. Okay, I think that is everything. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try and film the second part of this video. If not, I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm exhausted. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But I'm gonna try to get it up soon for you guys so you're not waiting too long for the second part. And I think that's everything for now, and I'll see you guys in the next video.